All right, guys, today is going to be a good day. We are going to talk all about the Porsche 928. Yes, indeed. Now, the 928 is really cool, all right? It was really innovative for Porsche at the time, and the 928 covered a lot of firsts for Porsche, all right? It was the first model powered by a V8 that was also water-cooled, which ruffled quite a few Porsche diehard feathers at the time. It was the first designed, emphasis on designed, model with a front-mounted engine. The 924 would pop out of production before the 928, but the 928 was designed before it. Long story there. It was Porsche's first Grand Tour, luxury Grand Tour vehicle, which is exciting at the time. And the wildest part about the 928 was it was supposed to be the replacement, the successor to the iconic flagship 911 model. That's wild. I'm going to tell you all about it, but first we gotta, take a little trip around the car and see what we have going on. Let's do it. All right, now let's go ahead and dive right into the history of the 928, shall we? Yes. Now, at the time, what was going on was Porsche executives were seeing a pretty substantial drop in the sales of the 911. That's pretty concerning, all right? For them, that was their flagship model. So what they decided to do is get ahead of the game, all right? They thought, well, to pull Porsche into the future, what we need to do is create a vehicle that will appeal to the masses. All right. Well, how do you do that? Well, design something hot, which is the 928. There may be people that disagree, but the 928 is an awesome and hot car. Okay, it is. It is. Okay, wait, I got to get back to business. I don't need to get off on a tangent. All right. So Porsche execs were like, we need to design something that has good looks. All right. We need to combine those looks with what we're already known for, which is performance and handling. And then we need to add some serious luxury and comfort, which is what the recipe for their first grand touring vehicle, the 928. All right? Yes. Now, managing director Ernst Fuhrman thought that the 928 would completely replace the 911. And while I like the 928 a ton, not having the 911 around would have sucked for all of us. Let's just be honest. So thank God that did not happen. Now, back to the origins of the 928. It debuted in 1977 at the Geneva Motor Show, all right? And it was received kind of just like its weight distribution at near perfect, 49 to 51%. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I think a majority of the people that didn't like it were the diehard Porsche enthusiasts that really couldn't look past the departure in design styling, couldn't look past the fact that it was water-cooled, couldn't look past the fact that it was a front-mounted engine. Well, too bad. So sad. Doesn't matter. There's a ton of people that love 928, and also, it was very innovative at the time. In 1978, it was voted European Car of the Year. All right? And at the time, no sports car had ever been voted for that. And I don't actually think any other sports car has been voted European Car of the Year yet since. So that's epic. Now, the 928 was also in production for almost 2 decades, 1977 to 1995, which says a lot that there was enough demand to continue that. Now, enough about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the kind of interesting and innovative exterior design features. Now, keep in mind they were also trying to adhere to US safety regulations. So some of this innovation was completely just to pass US safety regulations, right? All right, guys, it's selfie stick time, which is kind of like the worst time for you, I'll be honest. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with the body of the 928. Now, primarily, it's made of galvanized steel, but you also have a few pieces made of aluminum, and then you have the front fenders, which are, the front fenders, which are covered in plastic and are hiding the elastic bumpers that Porsche came up with to adhere to US safety regulations, so good for them. You can imagine now a big problem that they encountered with having a body that is made of so many varying materials is they had a hard time getting a paint that would cohesively go on every one of those materials. They finally did before production, thankfully, but that was kind of a big pain and a hassle for the engineers at the time. Now, what you can see right here, the headlights are actually pop-up headlights. Interesting, and when they are up, they kind of look like a precious little frog. And if I'm not lazy, maybe I'll actually do that for you once I'm done walking around the car. Now, interesting, these were based on the Lamborghini Miura's pop-up headlight units. So, fun fact, right? Let's look at the preciously tiny sunroof. I'm usually not that critical about anything sunroof, but they really could have made this one a little bit larger, I'll be honest. You have the tiniest and slightly difficult to replace quarter windows. And then, so I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments because, you know, I don't mind being wrong, but I feel like the S units and then after 1986, all of them got this little fin, this little tail. All right, let's go ahead and see those adorable frog. Just the cutest thing you've ever seen. I know! All right, stopping every power in me to not sing the pop-up headlight song from Donut Media right now. But anyways, at this point, which I always forget to actually say, if you have enjoyed this slightly annoying and quite informal video about cars, I have access to a lot of them, and I really enjoy sharing my little passion and hobby. If you like it, subscribe. If you have something pleasant to say, well, by all means, please do say it. Got something negative to say, keep it to yourself. And I think that the very nice lady that owns this car and that allowed me to videotape it might be interested in selling it in the near future. If that's the case, by the time I publish this video, I will leave an email address down there for you to check out. And I hope you enjoyed. Bye! Oh, I meant to say how much mileage is on this. Wait one moment. That is not much mileage at all. There is less than 42,000 miles on this 928. That is a hell of a deal. I might buy it myself. Anyways, back to business.